Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. And I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Thursday Treasure Valley game night right here on IdahoSports.com from Donald Larson Park. Tonight, it's the Timberline Wolves against the Hawks of Skyview. Both teams 4-3 overall and 1-3 in their division, the Foothills Division. This is an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-Wide Cooperative. Also, we want to recognize tonight our power boosters, the College of Western Idaho, Overhead Door, BigInsurance.com, Trans System. Our webcast sponsor tonight is Bob's Bicycles of Boise, and also our other sponsor tonight, D.L. Evans Bank. This is Community Banking, D.L. Evans Bank. Hi, Wayne Dezue back with you on a beautiful Thursday night, 52 degrees, no wind to speak of, partly cloudy skies overhead, the sun kind of going down right now, the final rays of the sunshine on the foothills to the north of us as we get ready here at Donald Larson Park for a big game. Timberline won the toss, elected to defer, so they will kick off. And going deep for the Wolves to receive the kickoff will be Liam Reeves and Taylor Markham. Timberline tonight in their black uniforms with white numerals, white trim, white helmets. And it's kind of like black against white tonight because on the other side you've got Skyview in their all-white uniforms with blue numerals and white helmets. So here we go. It's an old Western shootout here at Donald Larson Park tonight. Thanks for joining us as we get ready for a D.L. Evans kickoff to start things off. D.L. Evans Bank, this is Community Banking. And the kickoff is going to come down to Taylor Markham at the 10-yard line. He's at the 15, 20, going up the left side, 25, and down at the 27-yard line. Looks like he may have fumbled the ball, but no. It just kind of looked that way from here, but he's going to be out to the 29-yard line, and that's where Timberline will start first and 10. As I mentioned, Timberline 4-3. They've got wins this year over Boer, Ridgeview, Cuna, and Boise. their losses to Meridian, Eagle, and Rocky Mountain, which ironically are the same 3 losses that Skyview has to Rocky Mountain, Meridian, and Eagle. Winner of this game will take on the loser of tomorrow night's Bora Capital game right here at Donald Larson Park, and I'll have that one right here on IdahoSports.com as well. More on that in a little bit. Wade Jenner, the quarterback for Timberline. Back to pass on first down, rolls to his right, looking downfield, throws, and it's caught. Complete to Garrett Lavin. Garrett Lavin, the senior wide receiver. By the way, this is the 3rd game in a row that I've had to watch senior night. Only 11 seniors for Timberline. The other day, who was it that had 22? I think it was Mountain View or somebody had like 22 seniors. Unbelievable. First down, ball goes all the way out to the 44-yard line on a big gain. 17-yard gain. Taylor Markham up the middle. Markham across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line before he is brought down. That's literally an ankle tackle right there by Antonio Fafita. He had him by the ankle, and he was trying to pull that leg off is what he was trying to do. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Just underway if you joined us. Happy to have you with us. Treasure Valley Game Night presented by Mountain West Bank. Timberline Skyview. Just underway, first period. No score, obviously. Center looks over to the sidelines, takes a peek over there. Ian Smart in his 5th year as head coach, 34-41 overall, Ian Smart is. Long snap count. There's the snap over the middle. The throw is complete to Waddles. Waddles fumbles the football up for grabs, and Timberline has it at the 43-yard line. That pass to Austin Waddles was caught. The big tight end got hit hard and fumbled. And all of a sudden, here comes Timberline with the football at their own 43-yard line. So the T-Wolves, Skyview with it. So Timberline fumbles, Skyview has it. So the Hawks now on offense. We'll get to see for the first time Max Cutforth at quarterback. Again, 4-3 as well on the year. They've got Antonio Fafita, the running back. Great linebacker, great running back. Cutforth, 1st and 10 from his own 43-yard line. Hands it off to Fafita. Fafita snagged right at the 40-yard line. Falls forward to the 41, but boy, I'll tell you what, he was caught in a heartbeat right there. And it looks like the guy doing the tackling in the backfield was Ben Schulte. Schulte got back there and a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Back at the 41-yard line. David Young in his 19th year as head coach of Skyview. He has won 101 games. In fact, we were able to do his 100th win right here on IdahoSports.com. 101-86 in his 19-year career. Back to pass. Cutforth throws underneath the coverage. Is complete to Jenkins. And Jenkins maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 2 is all. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Trey J. Jenkins, a senior. And I want to apologize for that. That's Camden Young. Haven't done that for a long time. Looked at the wrong roster. Camden Young. Back to pass. Cutforth. He's going to be tackled, and I mean he is tackled hard by Messerschmidt. Carson Messerschmidt, a 6'4", 215-pound offensive and defensive lineman, got in there this time on the defense and just plowed Cutforth over for a huge loss all the way back to the 36-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 17. Wow. That was just amazing. Messerschmidt was running full blast and just ran him over. So nothing doing after the turnover. And the punt. And it's going to be short. And I'll tell you what will happen. It hit an up man and just went down, and it was recovered by the punter, Tino Galvin. But Galvin lost all the yardage back to the 23-yard line. And so just like that, I've never seen that happen where the snap hit one of the backmen there blocking for Galvin and just dropped dead, and everybody just jumped on it. But that's all you can do. You can't do anything with it. But the big loss all the way back to the 23-yard line. So all of a sudden, here comes Timberline with the ball at the Skyview 23-yard line. Play action fake. Zenner has a quarterback option. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Well, I've never seen that, where the snap hit one of the guys blocking for the punter and just kind of dropped there, and the punter, Galvin, just kind of picked it up, but all he could do was really fall on it after he picked it up because didn't have a chance to kick it. Big loss all the way to the 23-yard line. No gain, so we're still at the 23, second down and 10 for Zenner. Zenner back to pass, throws it out on the flat, completed Taylor Markham. Markham's going to be corralled, and he may have lost a yard. Let's see where they mark it. Now he's going to get right back to the line of scrimmage. That's where they mark his forward progress. So no gain in 2 plays after the turnover, so it's still at the 23-yard line. Third down and 10 for Timberline. Zenner with Markham to his left. 3 receivers wide to the left. And Wade Zenner looking at some blitz maybe coming from the right side. He checks it out. And now to Skyview backs off. They hand it off to Markham up the middle. Markham nowhere to go for Taylor Markham. It's going to be 4th and 10. I think they thought they may have crossed Skyview up by running the football rather than passing it, but it didn't work out. And so it's going to be 4th down and 10. Offense will stay out there. Kellen Brown, by the way, now in the backfield, wearing number 13. He's back there. So Taylor Markham is split wide to the left. Your everything purpose back is back outside. And we got a whistle that's going to kill the play, probably illegal procedure. That's going to make it 4th down and 15. It is illegal procedure against the Wolves. It'll back it up 5 more to the 28. 4th down and 15. They went for it last time. You're out of field goal range. You really got to go ahead and give it a try on 4th and 15. Wade Zenner takes a look over at Ian Smart and the rest of the coaching staff to see what they want to do. They change anything on 4th and 15. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Now he's got to run out. He's rolling to his left. Throws it downfield. Man, wide open for a first down at the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown. And let me get a number on that. That could be Trey J. Jenkins. Nope, that's Bridges. That's Bridges who caught the ball. Anthony Bridges for the touchdown. And just like that, 28-yard TD. The extra point is up, and it's good. And with 6:29 to go, we got a 7-0 ball game here as Timberline takes the lead on a turnover and then a big 4th down and 15 pass completion, 28-yard touchdown pass from Zenner to Bridges. And he did the rest, caught it at about the 11-yard line and found his way in for the touchdown. More coming your way right after this.
Wherever you are, D.L. Evans Bank is right there to help. From applying for loans to opening new accounts and signing documents, personalized service is just a video call away. This is Bank Live with D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
So a big 4th down and 15 play turns into a 28-yard touchdown pass from Wade Zenner to Anthony Bridges. And just like that, it's 7-0 T-line. Here we go, ready for the kickoff. D.L. Evans kickoff. It's a little squib kick. Going to be taken at the 40-yard line by an up man, and I mean a really up man. He was like in the front row. It was almost like an onside kick, and that was Neo Fafita, and he gets it all the way out near midfield at about the 49-yard line. So a great job right there. Now let's make it at the 44-yard line. So Fafita with the ball out to the 44 on. Yeah, it really looked like a soft onside kick, if you can picture that. It wasn't a real hard kick, but it had a lot of bounce to it. And Fafita, just some good hands there, caught it at about the 38 and got it back to the 44. So good field position for Skyview, but they are down. Cutforth keeping it up the middle, across midfield now, down to the 48-yard line of Timberline. That is a gain of about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2, maybe even 9 they're going to give them. So let's make it 2nd down and 1.5. Cutforth. And the shotgun. Keeps it again, this time no doing. He loses a yard back to the 49-yard line. So good defense all night long by the Timberline Wolves. That time Jamison Kochian was the man who got in there and made the stop. Loss of another yard, actually 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long 3. Remember I said it was almost 2, but it's really closer to 4 yards. So big down coming up here for Skyview. Both teams 4-3 overall. Hand off to Fafita. Fafita powers his way. He's got the 1st down. He's inside the 45, down to the 42-yard line. They needed 4. He got about 8. Nice job by Antonio Fafita. Last game I did, he was our player of the game. Not only ran well, but he also had a pick 6. He's a great linebacker. Gets a lot of things done. So a 1st down for Skyview. They move the ball all the way down to the 42-yard line. Fafita again. Fafita shakes a tackle and gets it down close to the 35, the 36-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5 yards. 2nd down and 5. So the running of Antonio Fafita now has kind of picked up Skyview a little bit. Max Cutforth, let's see what he can do passing-wise. Got 2 receivers wide to the right, including Trey J. Jenkins. Back to pass, looking that way. Dumps it over the middle and dumps it off there to number 5, Connor Kelly. And Kelly's going to have it down to about the 25-yard line. Let's see, it's going to be a 1st down just outside the 25-yard line. Right at the 26-yard line is where they put it down. Cutforth. They hand it off up the middle. This is not Fafita. This is a new running back in there. Let me check it out, see who it is getting up there. Nope, it is Fafita. So Antonio Fafita, again, just some hard running that time to get a couple of yards. 2nd down and 8. Ball inside the 25, right at the 24-yard line. 7-0 in favor of Timberline here. We've got 3:23 to go in the 1st period. Been a defensive struggle. That big touchdown pass to 28 yards came on a 4th and 15. Pass over the middle. It is complete to the 5 and in for the touchdown. And that again is Pennington. Tyrick Pennington with a touchdown reception from 16 yards out. So all of a sudden, the defense goes away here. We got a couple of quick scores. A 1-point ball game. Tyrick Pennington. Extra point attempt coming up. Here we go, still waiting on it, taking some time. Tino Galvin, the kicker. Snap is there, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, we're tied right now at 7-7 here at Donald Larson Park. 21-yard touchdown pass, Max Cutforth to Tyrick Pennington, and Skyview has answered the touchdown the other way. We are all knotted, and we'll be right back after this right here on IdahoSports.com.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
Seven our ball game. Wayne DeZoo back with you on a Thursday night. 52 degrees, great night. Going to get down to about 45 before this game is over. So a typical autumn night here in the valley. Some clouds moving in, but yeah, maybe a shower or two just kind of coming in over the foothills. Low kick going to be taken by an up man. And again, just a short kick. Going to get it out to the 40-yard line. So Timberline's going to have great field position here at the 40-yard line. Both teams just opting to go for just a shorter kick here tonight on the kickoffs. Let's see where they mark it exactly. Looks like it's going to be at the 39-yard line. So Timberline has the ball thrown 39-yard line. And here we go. Kellen Brown in the backfield. They're using Taylor Markham as a wide receiver. Markham is their great running back. He's been doing great stuff all year long, but they've got him split out wide to the left this time with Brown right back there. Here comes the pressure. They throw it underneath to Brown on a screen. And, boy, I tell you what, a great job. They all but had that one figured out, Timberline did. They missed one man, and that was Neil Fafita. Neil Fafita stayed home, and he was the only one that could stop that bubble screen up the middle, and he did a perfect job to stop it for no gain. 2nd down and 10. Wow. Everybody else was coming. They probably had 5 white jerseys in there on pressure because the offensive line let them through. But Fafita did the job. Play action fake to Markham. Zenner going to be sacked. He's going to lose back to the 35-yard line. And again, wow. This time, the big guy getting the stuff done was Charles Judy. Charles Judy, 6'4", 235-pounder. And again, the defense has looked very, very good here. I mean, for a while, we had a big defensive struggle early on in this first period with 2 minutes to go. And then we had that 28-yard TD pass on a 4th and 15. That came out of nowhere. And then a nice little drive by Skyview and that 21-yard touchdown pass to Pennington for the touchdown from Cutforth. So all knotted. 3rd down and 15. Back to pass is Zenner. Zenner getting pressure. Throws over the middle. Overthrows his intended receiver, Taylor Markham. And again, Zenner was feeling the pressure, had to get rid of the ball, and he did. And Markham was out there, but he was double covered. Covered pretty good. Nicholas Ortiz was right out there doing the job. So here we go. It'll be Camden Young going deep to receive this kick from Wade Zenner on a 4th down and 14. Zenner, right foot's got to be a little bit short and away from Young. They're going to let it bounce at the 30, inside the 30, inside the 25, down to about the 24-yard line. So not a bad punt there by Wade Zenner, the quarterback. And the Skyview Hawks will start at their own 24-yard line. Tie ball game 7-7. We've got 1:24 to go here in the first period of play. Again, our power boosters tonight, the College of Western Idaho, Overhead Door, BigInsurance.com, Trans Systems, and our webcast sponsor, Bob's Bicycles of Boise. It's Treasure Valley Game Night presented by Mountain West Bank. Well, Skyview, last time they had the football, drove it down the field, scored on a 21-yard scoring strike. They handed off to Fafita up the middle, and he's close to a 1st down as he gets out across the 30-yard line onto about the 34, and that's about where he needed to get, and they're going to give it to him. He just got right there. So a nice job by Fafita to get 10.5 yards. I'll probably give him 11 on the score sheet. Coming up, 1 minute to go here in the first period. Tie ball game 7-7, Thursday night action from Donald Larson Park. Fafita again. Fafita up the middle across the 40 to the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4 as Antonio Fafita making quick work of those 6 yards. Skyview Hawks. Timberline Wolves, both 4-3, both 1-3 in their division. Fafita again, up the middle, 1st down, across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Nothing fancy about that. They're just handing it up the middle to Antonio Fafita, and he's getting the yardage. Wow. First down at the 48, Skyview's 48. This could be one of the last plays of the first quarter with 12 seconds to go. See what they do. Fafita again, shakes a tackler in the backfield, breaks out. He's at the 40, down the sidelines, the 30, the 25, the 20, and out of bounds. Finally knocked out of bounds. Antonio Fafita after a big 30-yard run by Antonio Fafita. They'll mark him down at the 22-yard line is where he was out of bounds. And that stops the clock with 1 second to go here in the first quarter. Don't think they'll get a playoff. Seven ball game, and Skyview threatening again. They haven't started the clock yet, so he went out of bounds. Maybe they won't start it. Maybe they will get one more play here in the first quarter. So 1 second to go. Ball at the 22-yard line. Cutford sends a man in motion. That's Pennington. Hands it off to Fafita, right side. Fafita gets about a yard, and that's it. It'll be 2nd down and 9 when we start the second quarter. First period is in the books after 1. Timberline 7, Skyview 7. Right here on IdahoSports.com, live from Donald Larson Park.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back. Second period about to get underway as they make their move down the field, change the field. 7-7 ball game. Wayne DeZoo back with you here at Donald Larson Park on a special Thursday night game, or a Thursday night edition. Don't forget Bob's Bicycles on Fairview and Boise is family owned, has been since 1979, and their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes is second to none. Whether online at bobs-bicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, the accessories, and the clothing to fit your needs, and they have in-store financing, 6 months, no interest. Stop in, say hello to Vern at Bob's Bicycles. They've been serving Idaho for more than 40 years, and they are proud to support Idaho student athletes. 2nd down and 10. Fafita, by the way, didn't gain anything on that play. I thought he maybe got a yard. They hand it off to him again up the middle. This time a little better. He pushes forward inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. But it's going to bring up 3rd down and at least 6. So that play up the middle has worked well for Skyview. But they're going to have to give it another shot right here. Let's see if they stay on the ground. Pennington has been the guy. He's caught a couple of big passes here, including the 21-yard touchdown strike. Fafita again, up the middle. And Fafita falls forward very close to the first down. I think he'll be about a foot shy. This is going to bring up a 4th down and less than a yard. Well, actually, they're going to say it was only a gain of 4, 4th down and 2. Still, I think Skyview's going to go for it. So you got Pennington up on the top, on the far side. They bring Canham Young to the near side. Cutford He keeps it up the middle. He's got a big hole down to the 5-yard line. Wow. Max Cuthbert, the 6'2", 180-pound quarterback for Skyview, just kept the ball up the middle. First and goal to go for Skyview. The Hawks on the move with 10:35 to go here in the first half. Boy, I tell you, Fafita, they found a lot of room up the middle. And again, Cuthbert's going to walk it in. Same thing. Touchdown. Max Cuthbert, as he goes in from 5 yards out, faked it to Fafita up the middle and took it up the middle for the TD. And just like that, Skyview is on top, 13-7. Wow. So that middle has been wide open. Extra point attempt coming up. And again, it's Tino Galvin out there, eyeing it up. Camden Young, the holder. The score comes with 10:24 to go here in the first half. There's the snap. The hold is down. It's good. The kick is up. Much better from the last one, and it is good as well. So just like that, we got a 14-7 ball game here at Donald Larson Park. Skyview leads it. We'll be back.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
14-7 now, our new score. Skyview leads Timberline. Wayne DeZoo back with you on a Thursday night in downtown Boise, Donald Larson Park. Skyview will kick it off. Deep to receive. Taylor Markham, number 21. Number 6 is Liam Reeves. Here's the kick. Going to be a short one. Going to come up to an up man at the 28-yard line. And again, the Timberwolves having to go with the up back, Zach Parsons, who gets it out to the 35-yard line. So they don't want to kick it off. Skyview doesn't, to Taylor Markham or Reeves, both of them pretty good returners. But as a result, you're going to give Timberline some pretty good field position for Wade Center and company. Taylor Markham has not been in the backfield. I think he's going to be this time. He's been lining up on the outside, a little bit of a wrinkle from the last time we saw Timberline. So Wade Zenner at quarterback in the shotgun, as always. Two receivers, one far to the right, one to the left. And they got Taylor Markham as the running back. They hand it off to him up the middle. Markham looking for some room. Maybe gets a yard. 2nd down and 9. But they haven't used Taylor Markham on that play all night long. I know it's still early yet with 10 minutes to go here in the first half, but really they've had Markham out as a receiver, not in the backfield. Instead, they've had Kellen Brown back there. And now they're trailing 14-7. By the way, next week, the winner of this game will take on the loser of tomorrow night's Bora Capital game to be played right here at Donald Larson Park. We'll have that game for you. Again, handoff to Markham. Markham trying to get outside. Nothing doing there. He is stopped by Colton Fleshman. Well, it's going to be 3rd and 9 after no gain. Again, the defense rearing up here on both sides. 3rd down and 9. Once again, Taylor Markham lines up in the slot to the right with 3 wide receivers that way. Brown, the running back. He's in there to pass protect. Zenner rolling to his right, throws out, incomplete, intended for Garrett Lavin, and Garrett Lavin was hit just as he got his hands on the ball, and that hit separated his hands from that ball. So it's going to be 4th down and 8, and the punt team's going to have to come on. Camden Young going to go deep for Skyview. He'll be back inside his own 30-yard line. Meanwhile, Wade Zenner standing back at his 23 to kick it away. Right now, Skyview's got 10 guys in the box. They really do. Are they going to come after it? Let's see. They do come after it. Boy, they did, but Zenner gets it off. Fair catch called for by Camden Young at the 25, and that's where Skyview will have it. And make it right at the 24. So 8:54 to go here in the first half from Donald Larson Park. Glad you could join us on a Thursday night edition of Treasure Valley Game Night presented by Mountain West Bank. Tomorrow night, as I mentioned, Bora Capital right here. And the winner of this game will play the loser of that game next week. Conversely, the winner of tomorrow night's game between Bora and Capital will play the loser of this game. Yeah. So no matter how you look at it, these 4 teams playing here this week at Donald Larson Park will play again in some form or another next week. Again, winner of this game, the loser of tomorrow's Bora Capital game. The loser of this game plays the winner of tomorrow's Bora Capital game. Max Cutford with Antonio Fafita. He's got a touchdown pass and a touchdown run tonight, Cutford does. And he hands off to Fafita across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. Boy, Antonio Fafita just gets it done. Gain of about 5, 2nd down and 5. His cousin's on the team. We've talked about him already, Neo. But his first name is actually Antonio as well. Handoff to Antonio Fafita. Fafita very close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him as he gets really close to the 34-yard line. But what I was saying is that Neo Fafita, if you spell Antonio, the last 3 letters are N-I-O. And so Antonio, they're cousins, all right? They're both named Antonio, but number 32, the other cousin, goes by Neo, so he doesn't get confused with Antonio. Follow that drift. Here we go. Handoff to Fafita. No, Cutford's going to keep it. He faked it to Fafita and kept it. That's worked in the past, but that time it did not work. Good job there, and it looked like the first man there was Ben Schulte. We've called his name a couple of times tonight, playing pretty well on defense. 2nd down and 10, no gain. Ball at the 34-yard line. No real change in formation for Skyview. They pretty much have stayed in the same format the whole game. Cutforth rolling to his left, looking downfield, throws over the middle, incomplete. Drop by Trey J. Jenkins. I'm sorry, dropped by Camden Young. Camden Young had it over there. Third down and 10. Clock stops, 7:13 to go here in the first half. 14-7, Skyview leads it. Big third down coming up here. Big for Skyview, but I think even bigger for Timberline. They want to get this defense off the field. They got about 6 linebackers out there, so they're expecting a pass, and they're getting one down the field for Pennington. He's all alone. He's got it at the 35 and out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Wow. Tariq Pennington, 6'1", 200-pound senior, and they're going to mark him down at the 26-yard line. First down, big gain. On a 3rd down and 10, they picked up 34 yards. Back to pass. Over the middle. Pennington has it. He's got room. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. Down to the 5-yard line and knocked out of bounds. Tyreek Pennington. He already has a touchdown reception. He already has a couple of big pass receptions, and that was a big one right there. And a flag down. Hold the horn. Yep, flag down. I didn't see it back at the 32-yard line. This is in an area where you got to expect holding against Skyview, and it's going to be a big, big, big break for Timberline. As Skyview is looking at a 1st and goal to go from the 5-yard line. Haven't gotten a call yet, but we're thinking holding. Holding against Skyview. That'll back it up. Wow. Sometimes you got to get lucky. The ball will be marked way back at the 40-yard line. Yeah, it's the Timberline 40, but still, it's not the Timberline 5-yard line. And it's going to be 1st down and 25 at the 40. Well, let's see if Skyview can chip away at this 1st down. 1st down and 24. Cutford takes a snap, steps back a couple of steps, pressure coming, he's going to be swallowed up. He's going to be swallowed up at midfield right there. And again, doing the swallowing was Jamison Koshian. And they're going to put it right at midfield, so that's another 10 yards lost. Now it's 34 yards to go for a 1st down. And now they're at midfield. They need to get it to the 17-yard line for a 1st down. You don't have to do the math. It's a long way. Fafita handed off to him up the middle. He spins across the 45 inside down to about the 43-yard line. So he gets up a few. I mean, and on any other situation, that would have been a great run. Probably 8-9 yards on that run. But they still got 3rd and 4 ever to go. So 3rd down and a bunch. 27. Sometimes you wonder, should you try anything crazy here or just take your lumps and see what you can get on this one and then punt. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure. They throw it out on the flat. Incomplete. And that one was forced. That time Cutford had to try to get it out to Antonio Fafita because he had a man in his face and couldn't do anything about it at all. Messerschmidt was coming after him, number 76. And, boy, when Messerschmidt's coming after you, you do something because Messerschmidt's 6'4", 215. You get rid of the ball if you're a smart quarterback. And obviously Cutforth is. So it's punt time for Skyview as they are stopped. And here we go. Garrett Lavin is deep. Pressure's on, and they run into the kicker, but no flag. Wow. Fair catch call for by Lavin. I'm watching for the flag because they just ran into the kicker, Tino Galvin, and I think the officials missed one that time. I don't know that would have got him a 1st down. They had to hold, but they had 27 yards to go. Even on a 15-yard penalty, they would have had a 12 yards to still go, but no call, so no flag. Apparently the officials didn't think it was that egregious, and so we move on. Ball's at the 18-yard line. 18-yard line where Timberline will have it. Wade Zenner and company. They got Brown again in at running back, and Markham is split out as a wide receiver to the right. They throw it underneath the coverage to Brown, and Brown's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That took forever to get out there, and as a result, that gave a lot of time for Nicholas Ortiz to get out there and make the stop. So 2nd down and 10, no gain, ball back at the 18-yard line. 4.5 to go here, first half from Donald Larson Park. Senior night for this Timberline team. They celebrated 11 seniors graduating. Zenner fakes it, keeps it, runs it, tucks it, and going to be tripped up. He's going to get maybe a yard is all. Wow, that was Antonio Fafita, the running back, who ran down the quarterback that time from his linebacker spot. So Antonio Fafita getting some good runs off here tonight. Also, a great tackle right there to make the stop. Third down and 9. Timberline just kind of looking over at the sidelines, kind of wondering, man, what can we do that's going to work here? This Skyview defense has got us pegged right now. Center still has Brown in there, running back. Again, Markham is split wide to the right as a wide receiver. Back to pass. Zenner over the middle. Lets it fly, incomplete. Almost brought in by Waddles, but he couldn't quite find the handle. Austin Waddles, the senior tight end, honored tonight as a senior, one of the 11 seniors I just mentioned. Couldn't quite get the ball, so it's going to be 4th and 9, and here comes the punt unit. And once again, Canman Young will go deep for Skyview. Wade Center, pretty good punter in his own right. And again, let's see, last time Skyview came after him, let's see if they try to do likewise. They've got all 10 players in the box. They do try to come after him. They don't quite get there, but it's a high, short kick. And he takes a really good Timberline bounce. It hit at the 50 and bounced inside the 40 at the 37-yard line. So it hit right at the 50 and then just scooted to the 37. So that's where Skyview will have it at their own 37-yard line. They've got 3 minutes, 12 seconds to work with here in the first half of this game tonight. And tomorrow night, right here at Donald Larson Park, I'll be back here. Bora Capital going at it. Bora's won 4 in a row. After going 0-3 to start the year, 4 in a row. One of the big differences, the defense. In their first 3 losses, Bora was giving up 52 points a game. In the last 4 wins, 24 points a game. So here comes Skyview with Cutforth at quarterback. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. And again, man, Messerschmidt is an animal. He just keeps coming at you. And so does Jamison Koshian. He was right there. A pass incomplete. It was rushed. No chance for the completion. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stop, 3:07 to go here. First half, ball at the 37-yard line of Skyview. Hawks have it and the lead, 14-7. Antonio Fafita, the lone running back. Cutford hands it off to Fafita. Fafita looking for some room and somehow gets it out all the way to the 45-yard line. You talk about patience. That time Fafita had nowhere to go. He hid behind an offensive lineman for about what seemed to be 2 seconds. I know it was not that long, but it seemed like a long time. And he just kind of hid behind him, and then somehow got 7 yards. So it's 3rd down and 3. Ball just over the 45-yard line. Cutford. Play action fake over the middle. Quick pass, incomplete. And went off the hands of Pennington. A Timberline player had an opportunity to kind of intercept it on the tip drill, but Connor Kelly couldn't quite find the handle. Would have been a great interception if he had gotten it. So 4th down and 3. And Galvin will come on to punt it away. Garrett Lavin goes deep. He'll be standing at about his 25-yard line on 4th down and 3 from the 45-yard line. This time a good snap. Galvin, low kick, is going to hit and scooped up there by Lavin at the 20-yard line. He'll get it back to about the 23. But it had a good roll going for Skyview, so good job by Lavin to scoop it up on the one hopper, because otherwise it probably could have gone down inside the 15 for sure, maybe down around the 10. So he gets him to the 24 is where they marked him officially. 1st down and 10 with 2:18 to go here in the first half for Timberline, down 14-7. Wayne DeZoo back with you on a Thursday night. This is an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-Wide Cooperative. Wade Zenner, the quarterback. Got Taylor Markham to the left. Hands it off to Brown. Brown cuts it up, has some running room, kicks it outside. He's across the 30 to the 35 and out to the 39-yard line. That's a 14, maybe 15-yard pickup. And just like that, a great run by Kellen Brown. He's a junior, 5'10", 170-pounder. They've been using him to block. And the way there's some body language out there, is there a flag I'm missing? Yes, there was. It was picked up already by the officials. Going to be against Timberline, holding against the Wolves. You can just tell by the body language that flag was thrown right in front of the bench of Timberline, and all the players are standing up. No way you could see that flag. And let's see where they're going to mark it from. It's not going to. Wasn't from the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be first down and 12. So it happened probably about the 33-yard line. Ball back at the 22. Zenner back to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Bridges. He was hit immediately and it coughed up the ball. And that would have been a good for a first down if Bridges could have held on. But Anthony Bridges, the senior, 5'8", 170-pounder, got hit hard. We got 2:03 to go, first half. Timberline with a second down and 12 from their own 22-yard line. Kind of a fast-moving first half here. Zenner rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws underneath the coverage. Bridges has it this time, and he gets it across the 30 down the sidelines, 35, 40. Somehow he broke free and got the first down and then some. Adam Bridges looked like he was going to be caught at the 30-yard line, folks, and that would have been about 5 yards shy of a first down. Somehow he broke that tackle and got it all the way out to the 40-yard line with 1:52 to go here in the first half. Timberline has a first down at their own 40-yard line. Again, Taylor Markham has not been in that backfield. It's been Kellen Brown. Back to pass is Zenner. He steps up into the pocket. Now he kind of steps back, throws it out into the flat, and a diving catch attempt made there by Bridges. Incomplete. That was just kind of a desperation throw by Zenner. As I said, he stepped up into the pocket, then he had to back out of the pocket, then he had to roll to his left a little bit, then he saw Bridges and said, maybe see what you can do with it. Couldn't quite get there, so it's second down and 10 after all that. Clock stop. 91 seconds to play here in the first half. From the shotgun, Zenner flips it out to Bridges in the flat. Bridges across the 40 to the 45. Near midfield. I think he's going to be just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Needed to get to the midfield stripe. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 49 with 1:24 to go. So it's going to bring up third down and 1. Now make it second down and 1. Now I'll make it third down and 1. I was correct. The guy holding the sticks still had it at 2, and so I thought maybe I was wrong, but I was wrong on that. Third down and 1 from the 49-yard line. Zenner passing down the sidelines, incomplete, intended that time for number 8, Tanner Bishop. Bishop had an eyeball on it, high-pointed it, but couldn't get and he almost got the hands on it. He just couldn't bring it in. I think he did get the hands on it. The bottom line is he just didn't catch it. So 4th and 1 with 1:19 to go. What do you do? I mean, seriously, you're on your own side of the 50. And it looks like Timberline's going to call timeout, talk this one over and say, you know what, maybe not. Let's check it out. We'll check this out first.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
So second period, 14-7, Skyview leads it. Timberline thought about it, and they still have the offense out there on a 4th down and 1 from their own 49-yard line with $1:19 to go here in the first half. If Skyview can come up with a stop, they'll have a short field of only 49 yards, but boy, I tell you what, let's see what they do. They got Taylor Markham at running back. I got to believe Markham will touch the football here. He hasn't all night long. They hand it off to Markham up the middle. He gets to the midfield. He's got the first down, not by much, but hey, he's got it by a foot, and that's all that counts. So a first down for Timberline on a gutsy call here with about a minute to go in the first half. Fans were holding their breath. I mean, you could see he got across midfield, and he had to get to the midfield stripe. But they were holding their breath because they didn't move the chains, they're just moving them now. So they're going, did I miss something? So first down. Now from the 49 of Skyview, Zenner steps back, flips it out on the sidelines. It's caught. A nice diving catch by Garrett Lavin at the 35-yard line, and that'll be another Timberline first down. Again, Taylor Markham split wide out to the right. They flip it out to Brown in the flat. Brown is stopped by Neo Fafita. And Timberline calls a quick timeout. With 32 seconds to go, it's going to be second down, third down. Second down and 13. So timeout. Again, tomorrow night we'll be back here. We've got Capital Bora going after it. That'll be fun. Tomorrow night, Bora trying to go for their 5th win in a row after starting the season 0-3. And if you missed it, the way things are working out, you got the River Division against the Foothills Division. They'll kind of cross over for the final week tomorrow, or next week rather, not tomorrow, but next week. And it's kind of like district play, if you will, kind of a funky situation. You got 8 regular season games and then this. So here's how this will work. The winner of tonight's game will play the loser of tomorrow's Bora Capital game next week. The winner of tomorrow's Bora Capital game will play the loser of tonight's game. That's just how this shakes out. And then all across the Foothills and Rivers Division tomorrow with different games, there'll be different scenarios as to who will play who. But next week, you'll have a whole bunch of games. It's kind of like a district football playoff is what it is. Except you'll probably have Rocky Mountain, Mountain View going after it again for the championship. Zenner back to pass. Pump action fake. Throwing on the sidelines. Has Bridges. Touchdown. He hit him at the 5. He took it in for the touchdown. A 35-yard scoring strike from Wade Zenner to Anthony Bridges. And it's a 1-point ball game again with 24 seconds to go. Wow. That was pretty. 14-13 with the extra point coming up. Extra point attempt coming here from Colt Danson. The kick is up, and it's good. Wow. So 14-14 with 24 seconds to go here. Yowzer. That was pretty. I told you it was one little pump fake that Zenner made, and then he just let it fly. Pretty good stuff. We'll take a break. We'll come right back.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
We're knotted 14 all, 24 seconds to go in the first half. Wayne DeZoo back with you on a Thursday night from downtown Boise. If it were a day game, we'd be in the shadow of St. Luke's Hospital, but it's a night game, so there's no shadows. Here's a little squib kick up the middle. Takes a really crazy bounce, and they're still fighting for it. It looks like it bounced off Mason Cron, and Cron from Skyview was able to get back on top of it. And with 20 seconds to go, it'll be Skyview's ball. Boy, that would have been a big turnover right there. I mean, that's what happens with those squib kicks. It took a funny bounce right as Cron was trying to haul it in and went off his chest, off his 10 number, and bounced around. He was able to get on it, but had he not, it would have been Timberline's ball at the 33-yard line. Wow. Or, excuse me, at the 37-yard line. And that would have given him 20 seconds to get off a couple of plays, see what they could do. So a good fumble recovery there, a good recovery of a squib kick. And I think Skyview now probably, well, they may hand it off to Fafita, because anytime you do that, it's not like killing the ball. You have a chance to score at any moment when Fafita handles it. Well, I don't think Cuthbert's going to put it up in the air. I don't think. But who knows? David Young's been around for 19 seasons. He may say, hey, let's just go for the jugular here. First of all, they got to get their offense out there. They didn't have their whole offense out there. I mean, you got to kick off, and I got to say this, be a little critical here. You got to kick off, and you know your offense is coming out, and they didn't have the offense ready to come out there. Either that or they're trying to put a wrinkle in there, and guys didn't know who had to be in at what time. So timeout called by Skyview. Otherwise, they would have had to delay a game penalty and maybe even 12 men on the field. It was not looking good. You know, Bob's Bicycles on Fairview and Boise is family-owned. They have been since 1979, and they've got a selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes, second to none. Whether you go online at bobs-bicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, the accessories, and clothing to fit your needs, and they have in-store financing 6 months, no interest. Stop in and say hi to Vern. Bob's Bicycles, serving Idaho for more than 40 years. They hand it off to Fafita up the middle, and Fafita will get it out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards, second down and 5. And everybody's gonna just let this clock run, and that will be the final play of the first half. So there you have it. It's halftime. We are knotted at 14-all. Good game going here on a Thursday night. From Donald Larson Park on IdahoSports.com, Timberline 14, Skyview 14.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
So it's halftime here at Donald Larson Park. Wayne DeZubak with you. And as you can see, Timberline, Skyview, knotted at 14 all. Both teams 4-3 overall. Both teams 1-3 in the Foothills Division. The winner of this game tonight will play the loser of tomorrow night's Bora Capital game. Conversely, the loser of tonight's game will play the winner of tomorrow's Bora Capital game. So welcome back on a Thursday night, everybody, to Donald Larson Park. As I mentioned, this is an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night. As always, presented by Mountain West Bank. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-wide Cooperative. And again, I'd like to recognize our Power Booster sponsors tonight. The College of Western Idaho, Overhead Door, BigInsurance.com, Trans Systems, and our webcast sponsor, Bob's Bicycles of Boise. And also on the sponsor board tonight, D.L. Evans Bank. D.L. Evans Bank, this is community banking. 14-14, how did we get here? Well, on a 4th and 15, in the first period with 6:29 to go, all of a sudden, it was Wade Zenner going back to pass, and he found Anthony Bridges for a 28-yard touchdown pass on a 4th and 15 play. They made it 7-0 in favor of Timberline. But then it was Skyview coming right down the chute. They had a nice little drive, and it finished off with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Max Cutforth to Tyreek Pennington. And it was a 7-7 ball game in the first period. Then in the second period, with 10:24 to go, Cutforth again, after a nice drive, faked the play up the middle to Antonio Fafita, kept the ball and ran it in from 5 yards in from a touchdown, 14-7, as Skyview took the lead. Then with just 24 seconds to go in the half, Wade Zenner, play action fake and then a pump fake as well, and he hit Anthony Bridges down the sideline for a 35-yard touchdown pass to tie it up 14-14 with 24 seconds to go, and that's where we are here at the break at the intermission. Timberline Marching Band getting ready on senior night here to put on a performance. Not only are they playing music, but it's a little bit of a performance as they have put this thing together and put it together for senior night for the Wolves. 11 seniors honored here earlier this evening. It was kind of strange when they said the graduating class of 2022. And I had to sit there and go, wow, where is time going? It is flying. Speaking of flying, it's 14-14 here at the break, and we're going to take a break as well. We'll come back right after this on IdahoSports.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of...
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Donald Larson Park. Halftime here. 14-14 is our score. Timberline and Skyview. Again, a reminder that the winner of tonight's game will play the loser next week of tomorrow night's Bora Capital game, also right here at Donald Larson Park, and also right here on IdahoSports.com. And, of course, the loser of tonight's game will play the winner of tomorrow night's game between Bora and Capital. So no matter what you do, I got 4 teams here in the next 2 nights, and all 4 are going to play next week. They'll be all jumbled up. However they do it, we'll find out because we don't know anything more now than we did at the start of the game. We're tied at 14-14. So I'll be here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. I hope you'll be as well and join us for another fun night here on IdahoSports.com. And, of course, all the games are around, the state. They got big games. I know there's a big game tomorrow night. Highland takes on Rigby. And I know it's going to be here on IdahoSports.com. Brandon Bainey will have the play-by-play on that one. So if you really want to see what that's going on there, take a look. I mean, that's a top 5 showdown, folks. We're going to have it right there. So a lot of fun things going on here. Just go to IdahoSports.com and look down the side. You can check out everything, and you can figure out, what games we have on and what's happening. So it'll be fun. So, again, halftime here with a score of 14-14, Timberline and Skyview all knotted up. And then I'm not done after tomorrow night's game. As you know, or may not know, I also do the pregame show for Boise State, a tailgate show on KBOI Radio with Paul J. Schneider. Paul J. and I will be doing our show from 4 to 6 on Saturday. And if you want to come say hi, do so. Come on down and visit with us. We'll be outside the Hall of Fame there. We got a stage set up, and we broadcast live from there. And we'll have some guests on with us. Bob Beeler will be with us. Pete Cavender will be with us. We'll be talking to Leon Rice, the head basketball coach at Boise State. Tim Keene, the offensive line coach for the Broncos. So we'll be having a lot of fun as the Broncos get ready to take on Air Force. Air Force comes in at 5-1. Boise State has beaten Air Force 4 years in a row, and they're 6-2. Boise State is at home against Air Force. So 7 o'clock kickoff on Saturday, and our pregame from 4 to 6. And if you are listening tonight, come on down, say hi, and visit with us a little bit. We enjoy that. We have a lot of fun. Let's do this. Let's take a little bit of a break, and we'll come back. Halftime here. It's all tied up at 14 apiece, Skyview and Timberline on IdahoSports.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
Welcome back, everybody. Halftime just about over here at Donald Larson Park as we're getting ready for a third period for an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night presented by Mountain West Bank. Also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, and Valley-wide Cooperative. Our Power Booster sponsors tonight, the College of Western Idaho, Overhead Door, BigInsurance.com, Trans Systems, our webcast sponsor, Bob's Bicycles of Boise, and D.L. Evans Bank. This is Community Banking, D.L. Evans Bank. Wayne Desu back with you, 14-14 at the break. As we started the Halftime, I told you how we got here. We got here in the first period with 6:29 to go. A 28-yard touchdown pass from Wade Center to Anthony Bridges made it 7-0 Timberline. And that pass came on a 4th and 15. Yeah, they were going for it from the 28-yard line, and they made it all the way into the end zone. And then a nice drive right after that by Max Cutforth and company to Tyreek Pennington. Made it 7-7, a 21-yard touchdown reception from Cutforth to Pennington. It was 7-7 after one. Then in the second period with 10:24 to go, Cutforth faked up the middle to Antonio Fafita, carried the ball in from 5 yards out on a 1st and goal to go from the 5-yard line. Made it 14-7 in favor of Skyview. And then with 24 seconds to go in the half, Wade Center, pump fake, 35-yard pass down the sideline to Anthony Bridges. Tied it up at 14-14. That's where we are right now. Both teams are back. Both teams are warmed up. Both teams are ready to rock and roll. And Timberline will get the ball first. Timberline won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. I'm sorry, Skyview will get the ball. I was looking at Timberline. Skyview will get the ball. Skyview won the toss. They deferred to the second half. And so Timberline will kick off. Colton Anson will do the kicking off. Andrew Schneider is deep, as is Camden Young, and Schneider's going to take it at the 12-yard line. On the run, he goes across the 20, down the sidelines, 25, and knocked out of bounds, and a flag flies. And what I was going to say was he was really hit hard, and I wasn't sure if there was helmet-to-helmet contact, but the flag that was just thrown at the same time that Schneider was hit came away from the play, so I don't think it had anything to do with the hit. But there, it was a pretty vicious hit, helmet to helmet. Let's see what it is here. Personal foul. Oh, and it's going to be against Skyview. So a personal foul called against Skyview away from the play. And Stebbing had the ball at the 35-yard line. They're going to have it all the way back at their 23. So Skyview has the ball at the 23-yard line, their own 23, to start this third period. And a tie ball game, 14-all. Camden Young comes out to the far side. So here we go. Max Cutforth. He's a 6'2", 180-pound junior. Hands it off to Antonio Fafita. Fafita across the 25 to the 29. Pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Again, what a defense. A 3-man front right now for Timberline, and boy, I tell you what, and Fafita's taking advantage of it as he gets 5 yards and gets a 1st down right at the, looks like the 35-yard line. But I was just thinking, I was kind of looking at the defensive setup for Timberline. They got a 3-man front. It looks like they got 6 linebackers out there. It's really a strange one. I've never seen it before. If you look across the line, they got 3 men up front, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys lined up right at the 40, right across the 40. It's a weird formation. Play action fake. Cutforth rolling to his right, throws back to his left. It's complete, and it's going to be a gain out to about the 40-yard line. Tariq Pennington is the man who caught the ball, so Pennington having a pretty good night tonight. And that'll be a gain of 6 yards when, for all intents and purposes, it looked like Cutforth was really in big trouble. I mean, he had Jamison Koshian right in his face. But 2nd down and 4. Fafita has it. And Fafita taking his time at the line of scrimmage when he gets the ball. That time he took too much time, and that allowed the defense to recover. He has to hit that hole a little bit stronger A couple times I was really amazed at his patience, but that time he just needed to hit the hole and be there, and it's 3rd down and 2 right now, out at the 43-yard line. So let's see what Cutforth does. Last time he faked it to Fafita and carried it. Let's see if he does the same. He does. Fakes it, carries it, gets hit, falls forward, though, for the first down. Man, he got hit, pushed back, and you could just see the frustration on Ben Schulte's face because he just kind of pounded his fist into the ground because he knew he had him stop short of the first down. But Cutforth was able to get away and fall forward across the 45 to the 46, first down for Skyview. Well, I tell you what, you could not fault the effort on either side that time. It was all there. Camden Young comes to the near side. Play action fake. They throw it to Young. He's got it at the 40, down to the 35 on a little slant inside. Man, it was just kind of a slant inside, almost a pick play where Thad Robinson ran to the right, and Pennington rolled to the left, Camden Young to the left. And, man, I tell you what, the little pick play out there worked perfectly, pickup of 22 yards. And they've got the ball down at the 34-yard line of Timberline. Cutforth rolling to his left. Throws it to Fafita. Fafita down the sidelines, bangs the player down. Maybe gets to the 30, a 5-yard play. Boy, I tell you what, Trey J. Jenkins was trying to make the stop, and he's slow in getting up. And boy, the medical staff from Timberline, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. 6 people running out there. Tell you what, if you're going to get injured, do it right here because they got enough people to take care of you. But Jenkins got just bowled over there by Fafita, who lowered the shoulder on him trying to make the stop. And ball's going to be at the 32-yard line, pickup of at least 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And they're still working on Jenkins, and now 7th medical personnel goes out there. So hand it to Timberline. The Wolves have got the staff to take care of you. Clock stopped, 8:36 to go here in the 3rd period. We'll take a quick break, come back and check on Jenkins right after this. Tie ball game, 14-14 on IdahoSports.com.
Wherever you are, D.L. Evans Bank is right there to help. From applying for loans to opening new accounts and signing documents, personalized service is just a video call away. This is Bank Live with D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
D.L. Evans Bank, one of our fine sponsors right here. They also sponsor my podcast, which I record with Brandon Baney on Tuesday afternoon, and it's available after 3 o'clock on IdahoSports.com. We talk about 5A, 4A action here in the Treasure Valley, SIC. We go through it all. In fact, if you want to check out all the podcasts, there's a bunch of them. They're all regional. So if you're into what's going on over in the eastern part of the state, there's a podcast for that. Up north, there's a podcast for that. We even have a 3A, 2A, 1A here in the Treasure Valley podcast. Logan Green does that. And then we've got an 8-man as well. So Jenkins being helped off the field. I mean, he got popped. And round of applause for him as he's coming out the field slowly. Antonio Fafita just kind of lowered his shoulder and ran right into him. He's 5'11", 190, Fafita is. And he had a full head of steam. And Jenkins still being helped off the field very slowly. I mean, he's walking under his own power. If I had to guess, I would just say basically he just got hit pretty hard. He took a big hit. He's shaking his head right now. And like I say, there's no knee problem, no ankle problem. That's the good thing. And he just got hit. And they're just trying to remind him where he is and what game he's in. And that's tough. I've been hit there where I've seen stars. And, boy, I tell you what, it's not fun. So they'll take him right over to the table and work on him. So, meantime, gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 32-yard line. Hand it off to Fafita. Fafita gets nothing. This time they get him on the ground. They got his feet, took him out from underneath them, and a loss of a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 9. Almost a loss of 2 yards. So 3rd down and 9 for Max Cuthbert. And the Skyview Hawks in a tie ball game, 14-14, coming up on 8 to play here in the 3rd period. Wayne Dessou back with you on a Thursday night. Treasure Valley game night presented by Mountain West Bank. Cutforth rolling to his right, lets it fly, incomplete. He had pressure, and he was knocked to the ground that time by Bowen Hickman. Bowen Hickman was all over Cutforth, and that created a short pass. It's going to be 4th down. And they may go for it here. They're at the 33-yard line of Timberline, so let's see what they decide to do. 4th down and 9. Remember when Timberline had a 4th down and 15 from the 28-yard line. They threw it into the end zone for a touchdown. So Cutforth is going to be in there, standing at shotgun. 4th down and 9, back to pass, looking, throwing over the middle, caught. Camden Young has it down to the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown. Camden Young, is it deja vu or what? 33 yards, touchdown on a 4th down and 9. First period, Timberline had it. 4th down and 15, a 28-yard touchdown pass. Wow, 33-yard scoring strike to Camden Young on a 4th and 9. And it happens with 7:46 to go. Oops. I gave him the extra point. Not yet. They're still working on it. Wow. To Young, 33 yards. Extra point attempt coming up here by Galvin. Kick is up, and it's good. So 21-14 is our new score. 21-14, Skyview leads it with 7:46 to go here in the 3rd period. We'll be back right after this on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
So can you believe it? Both teams on 4th down and long. 4th down and 9 for Skyview. 4th down and 15 for Timberline in the first period. Both teams score. Going for it on 4th down, a 28-yard scoring strike by Timberline, a 33-yard scoring strike here by Skyview. Unbelievable. All right, Taylor Markham is deep. Anthony Bridges is deep, getting ready to receive the kickoff here. And it's coming from Tino Galvin. Galvin's short kick taken at the 30-yard line and taken there again by Zach Parsons. He's caught the ball a couple of times. He's one of the up guys now. I'm getting to know his number too. And he'll have it out to the 37-yard line. Now they picked it up, put it to 36. So 7:42 to go here in the 3rd. Timberline with the ball at the 36-yard line, down 21-14. First time tonight Timberline has trailed. As I mentioned, both teams 4-3 overall, 1-3 in conference. Again, Taylor Markham out in the flat. They get it out to him. Markham needs a block, can't get it, and he is going to be wrestled down there by Tino Galvin, the kicker. Actually, that's Pennington, number 5. I should have known better. 5 and 6 on these. No, that looks like a 6, but that's a 5. Yep, it's a 5. Yeah, they look a lot alike, but you should have known the kicker can't make a tackle like that, Wayne. Come on. So a loss of 2 They tried to get it out in the flat to Taylor Markham, and it did not work. Second down and 12. Wade center. Straight drop back. Throwing down the sideline. Bridges has got us beat. Man beat. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Wow. 65-yard touchdown scoring strike from Wade Zenner. And it happens with 6:48 to go. Just like that, the answer. 66-yard scoring strike to Bridges. Wow. And we're a one-point ball game again. Extra point attempt coming here. And the kick is up. And once again, we are knotted. This time at 21 all after a 66-yard scoring strike to Anthony Bridges. It's 21 all here at Donald Larson Park on a Thursday night. Doesn't get any better than this, folks. We'll be right back.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
It's like a prize fight here tonight. Right blow, left blow, right blow, left blow. Back and forth they go, 21-21. Well, I tell you what, Skyview didn't have the lead for long. Skyview scored their go-ahead touchdown at 7:46 on the board, and less than a minute later, at 6:48, Timberline answers. All right, here we go. Colton Nansen will kick it off. And this ball is going deep, deep, deep into the end zone. Back. It is gone. And that'll be taken out at the 20-yard line. So with 6:48 to go, tie ball game here. Wayne DeZoo back with you on a Thursday night. Again, the winner of this game takes on the loser of tomorrow night's Bora Capital game. And the loser of this game takes on the winner of that Bora Capital game. That's how it's going to work next week as we get into the divisional cross-district championships, if you will. I'm not sure what they call them. The one difference is that the number one, the winner of the river, will take on the winner of the Foothills division for the championship. And right now that looks like it'll be another Rocky Mountain View showdown. And that would happen if everybody wins next week. Pass underneath. Fumble. Recovered by Timberline. Incomplete. Take it back. As they say, and I hate this term, but I'm going to use it, the receiver did not make a football move after catching the ball. The fact that he caught the ball is a football move to me. But he did not make another football move. And as a result, the fumble is an incomplete. So a good call by the official. It was pretty bang-bang, and anytime it is bang-bang like that, you got to err on the side of, I think, being safe and just go ahead and say, okay, incomplete. Don't want to give another team the ball that easily. Cutforth passing out in the flat, incomplete. Pass was a little bit low. Receiver kind of upset with himself that he didn't catch it. That's Camden Young. But Young really had to reach down around his shoestrings to pick it up, and he didn't. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 now. Ball back right at the 20-yard line. So almost a little panic mode by Skyview. They went for a pass on 1st down and then had to pass on 2nd down and now have to pass on 3rd down. But they've been doing really well with that run up the middle by Antonio Fafita. Anytime you hand the ball off to Fafita, you can usually get 3 or 4 yards, and that puts you in a little better position in a 3rd and 10. So they went away from Fafita. I think a little bit of panic setting in. Here comes the pressure. Back to pass, the throw intercepted, and this is going to be a pick six, and that is Garrett Lavin. Garrett Lavin with a pick six, took it in from 25 yards out. Holy cow. (27-21), Garrett Lavin. Nothing but green in front of him once he grabbed the football. And it comes with 6:28. So just 20 seconds elapsed from the touchdown. The extra point attempt coming up. Kick is low, but it's good. 28-21. Timberline takes the lead. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this on IdahoSports.com.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wow. What an interesting 2 minutes here in the third period. From 7:48 to 6:28. Yeah, less than 2 minutes. We've had 3 touchdowns. And it's all of a sudden 28-21. It was 14-14 at halftime. We had some big touchdown runs, some big touchdown plays. We had a 33-yard touchdown, TD pass, a 66-yard scoring strike, and then a pick six. Wow. Here's the kickoff. Hansen keeps it on the ground, takes a huge hop. It's going to be taken by Schneider at the 17-yard line, and he is hit hard at the 26-yard line and stopped right there. Andrew Schneider, 5'9", 170-pound junior, and Skyview. So we're talking about, let's see, do the math. 7:46, Cutforth hit Young for the touchdown. And now we're at 6:28, and we've got 2 touchdowns scored by Timberline, just like that. What a turnaround. Cutforth at quarterback, hands it off to Fafita. Fafita's going to be drugged down from behind, and a great job by Jamison Koshian. Koshian just got him before he could get a head of steam going, and that's what you have to do with Fafita. And his helmet comes off, so he's got to come off for a play. Of course, Jamison not going to worry too much about it. Get that big flowing head of hair. He's going to show it off a little bit and then put the helmet back on. He'll miss one play. 2nd down and 10 after no gain. Cutforth by himself. Empty backfield. Back to pass. Being chased. And gets the ball off at the last second. It's complete. And good for about an 8-yard gain. And he gets it off to Mason Cron. It looked for all intents and purposes like Lucas Rawlinghagen was going to get Cutforth down in the backfield. But as he was kind of falling forward, Cutforth got it off and got it completed to Cron. And they're actually going to give Cron a first down. So they say his forward progress is all the way out to the 39-yard line, which is good for a first down. Handoff, Fafita out to the 45-yard line. And this is what I thought Skyview would have done before. Now remember, Skyview cannot panic right now. Yeah, they give it up 2 back-to-back touchdowns in like a millisecond, but they're only down by 7. They can tie it up here. They took the lead, 21-14, and then boom, boom, just like that. 14 points on the board for the T-Wolves, and it's 28-21. But if they can put a drive together here, you still got 5 minutes to go in this period and 12 more to go in the fourth. Fafita. He gets a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd down and about 1 to go. But you got to feel good if you're Skyview just get this thing back under control. You're moving the football again. You know you can move it. You've got a weapon in Antonio Fafita. I think the mistake was they passed 3 times in a row. They came out, had the ball at the 20 and passed. Incomplete, pass, incomplete, pass, intercepted, pick 6. Cuthbert keeps it himself. Cuthbert fumbles the football, recovered by Timberline. Boy, you can't turn it over like that. And the fumble recovery taken there by Kellen Hudson. Kellen Hudson comes up with the ball as Cuthbert faked it to Fafita. He had the first down, got hit, and coughed it up at midfield. They're going to mark it at the 49 of Timberline, and the T-Wolves have the football back, looking to put another touchdown on the board here in this third period. They got plenty of time, 4:17 to go. Wow. This could be brutal. One-on-one coverage. Anthony Bridges has, I believe, 2, maybe 3 touchdown passes tonight. I have to go back and check it. Receptions. Back to pass. Zenner looking wide down the side. He's got Taylor Markham. He has it for the touchdown. Taylor Markham beats the defense, and it's a 51-yard touchdown to Taylor Markham with 4:09 to go in the third. 51-yard TD. Markham from Zenner. Holy cow. This is getting out of hand. 34-21. And just like that, Ansem coming on. Low snap, but the kick is up. It's good. And it's 35-21. Timberline with 3 touchdowns. Hey, with 6:48 to go here in the third period, it was 21-14 in favor of Skyview. With 4:09 to go here in the third period, it's now 35-21. 21 points in a couple of minutes. Uncanny. We'll be back right after this on IdahoSports.com.
Wherever you are, D11's Bank is right there to help. From applying for loans to opening new accounts and signing documents, personalized service is just a video call away. This is Bank Live with D11's Bank. This is community banking.
I said a moment ago that it wasn't panic time for Skyview. Well, they're getting there. A pick 6, a fumble, and a 1-play drive. Just like that. Pick 6, a fumble, and then a 1-play 51-yard scoring strike to Taylor Markham. Here's the kickoff by Ansem. Low kick. Again, Schneider's going to grab it at the 11-yard line, picks it up 15, down the sidelines 20, and gets it out to the 30-yard line. I'll tell you what, Schneider, pretty good little return man. He had trouble picking it up at the 11, dropped it, then picked it up again, and it's all because it was a squib kick and it was bouncing around doing what footballs do, crazy bounces, and he was able to pick it up and get all the way back to the 31-yard line. So not bad, but it's 35-21. This has been a deadly third period for Skyview. And that after Skyview took a 21-14 lead and looked like, wow, we got it under control. And then bingo, a 66-yard scoring strike to Anthony Bridges, and that was his third reception of the game. And then a pick 6 by Garrett Lavin, taking it back 25 yards for a touchdown, 28-21. And then a 51-yard scoring strike from Zenner to Markham to make it 35-21. And hand it off to Antonio Fafita. Not a whole lot there, but he gets positive yardage for 5. I say not a whole lot. I mean, in a tight game, that's what you want to do. But all of a sudden now, Skyview is down 14. Until that fumble by Cuthbert, this is very much anybody's ball game. And now the momentum is definitely in the black jerseys. Second down and 6. Fafita has it. Fafita powers his way. They can't get him down. He's falling on folks. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. So 3rd down and 1 for Skyview. Skyview now just trying to put a drive together the way they got to a 21-14 lead by using Fafita, mixing it up with a couple of passes, and 2 back-to-back turnovers is what really killed them. Man, turnovers kill you. Cutforth, Fafita, big hole, across the 45 to the 47-yard line. 1st down. Antonio Fafita. And he's piling up the yards one by one, but his team is down by 2 touchdowns, and now Fafita getting up real slowly. He's not back in the huddle at all. And there was apparently a penalty added on. Personal foul, incidental face mask. I thought I saw that right off the get-go, and Fafita just kept going, so that'll move the ball for a little further out. Move it into Timberline territory at the 48-yard line. Huge drive here for Skyview. They've got to get this thing back to a 1-possession game. Fafita up the middle, big hole. Fafita running over people inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. He just bowled over Liam Reeves that time, and Liam Reeves saved the touchdown. He got bowled over, but he saved the touchdown, that's for sure. Ball's at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. And Antonio Fafita just churning up some yardage. Again up the middle, inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. And this is what Skyview's got to do. Just kind of complete this drive now. 2 turnovers in a row. You can hold your head, you can get down, but if you can score here, you're only going to be down 35-28 with a whole quarter to go. Three receivers to the far side. Antonio Fafita breaks away from a couple of tacklers, get close to the 20-yard line. Maybe the 22 is going to bring up a big 3rd down. But this is 2-down territory now for Skyview. All the rest of the night, I think, it's going to be 2-down territory. Actually, they didn't give him as much yardage as I thought they would. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. I thought he got a couple of more yards there, but they didn't. So it's 3rd down and 4. Cutforth. Back to pass, rolling to his right, looking downfield, throws it complete. 1st down at the 14-yard line to Camden Young. Camden Young caught that on his knees. He was on his knees when he caught it. A low pass, but he was there, and it's a 1st down. That'll move the chains at the 14-yard line. So Skyview, after 2 turnovers that led to 2 quick touchdowns, trying to get back in this ball game. Cutforth rolls to his right, looking downfield, throws incomplete. One hopped it to Antonio Fafita. He just was trying to make sure it wasn't intercepted like the one by Garrett Labin. So 55 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Skyview trying to come back, make it a 1-possession game. Trying to overcome their own mistakes if they can. 2nd down and 10. Stickman says 1st down, but I know it's 2nd down and 10. Stickman's got to wake up. Come on, buddy. Fafita, hands off, spins down inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. So now it'll be 3rd down and about 6. At the 10. Obviously 2-down territory here. Field goal may do you some good, but you got to complete this drive. You got to pop it into the end zone. Complete this thing. Clock running, 20 seconds to go here in the 3rd. So we've still got a big 12-minute 4th period to go. Cutforth has Fafita to his right. 2 receivers to the left. 1 to the right. Hands it off to Fafita. Fafita inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. He's going to be shy. It's going to bring up 4th down, and then we got a flag that just flew. That's going to be a personal foul against somebody, but I don't know who. The officials gather, all 5 of them, to talk it over to make sure they saw the same thing everybody did. And if this is against Skyview, it's one of those things where somebody lost their cool. Let's see the call. Personal foul against Skyview. So the Hawks. Wow. You know, as if the 2 turnovers were not enough, they get a 15-yard penalty that brings it all the way back to the 24-yard line. And instead of being 4th down and 2 from the 8-yard line, it's 4th down and 16 or 17 from the 24. And Skyview calls timeout. And boy, I tell you what, that was a killer right there. No question about it. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
So welcome back. That timeout was not a timeout by Skyview, but rather it was the end of the 3rd period, so we're ready to start the 4th period. 35-21 is our score. Wayne DeSue back with you, and it's going to be 4th down and a bunch. And I think they're going to try a field goal. Wow. This is going to be Tino Galvin from 41 yards out. From just inside the right hash mark, 41-yard field goal attempt. They are going to go for it. Field goal is up. Looks like it's got the distance. 41-yard field goal. Tino Galvin puts it in there. How about that? So they got some points out of that. Comes with 11:54 to go in the ball game. And a 41-yard field goal. Galvin, not what they wanted, but it does give them 3 more points. 35-24. Some interesting call, but Coach David Young saying, you know what? We need some points on the board. We got to stop the bleeding. We're not going to get 6 or 7 because we got 4th down and 16 to go. Let's go ahead and kick the field goal. And Tino Galvin did just that, and he'll kick it off again. So Taylor Markham is deep to receive the kickoff along with Liam Reeves. So Galvin puts a foot into it. And it's going to come down to Taylor Markham at the 7-yard line. He's to the 15, to 20, 25. Breaks away, 30, 35, and out of bounds at about the 36, maybe 37-yard line. So a 30-yard return after he took it at the 7-yard line for Taylor Markham with 11:45 to go in regulation in a 35-24 ball game. What a night for Anthony Bridges, huh? 3 touchdown receptions. He had a 28-yard touchdown pass, a 35-yard touchdown pass, and a 66-yard touchdown reception. Wow. All those from Wade Zenner. So Zenner having a big night as well with those 3 touchdown passes. I'm thinking ahead to our player of the game. What do? Is the quarterback throwing it more impressive than the guy catching it? Uh-huh. My predicament indeed. Handoff up the middle. About an 8-yard carry there. And let's see who is on the run that time, because I didn't see this. So Brown, I think it was Kellen Brown that ran that ball. 8-yard run by Brown. He's been in the backfield all night long, Kellen has. And they've got Taylor Markham out as a wide receiver. I mean, he's had such a great year as a running back. I was a little bit surprised to see that he's been that wide receiver all night long. Back to pass, Zenner. He's going to run it. He's going to tuck it. He's at the 45, slides at midfield, got the first down as he picks up about 8 yards. Let's see where they mark him down, right at midfield. So a 7-yard gain for Wade Zenner, and that'll be a first down for Timberline. That'll move the chains. Timberline now knows that the clock is in their favor down to 10:40. They are just basically going to try to run this thing out. Although Zenner did go back to pass that last time. Looking over to the sidelines. They're using all the play clock they can. They're going to shorten this game as quickly as possible. Handoff. Brown. Brown gets right back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good defense that time by Skyview to get in there and get him before he got going. That was Antonio Fafita. We've called his name a few times, haven't we? So he made the tackle to linebacker. He and his cousin Neo Fafita are out there. Right now, both a fearsome dewsome, that's for sure. Again, just taking all the time they can off that play clock. 2nd down and 10. Zenner with Brown to his left. Back to pass. Looks, throws out the sidelines. Complete to Taylor Markham. Markham catches it for a gain of about 7 yards. He'll be at the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Stayed in bounds. 9:17 to go here in regulation. Put him more at the 44, so 3rd down and 4. They have to get right to the 40 for it. Wade Zenner. Play action fake. Rolls to his left, goes back to his right, and trying to make something out of nothing. Down the sidelines. They didn't get him. Cuts back at the 10, down to the 5, and to the 4-yard line. Wow. Wade Zenner, I thought he was going to be caught. It looked like he was going to be brought down at about the 40-yard line. He made a nifty little move and got right by him, and I think a couple of defenders thought they were going to get him too, or that he was just going to go out of bounds. And he did not go out of bounds. And they're actually going to mark it at the 6-yard line. He fell forward inside the 5. Either way, it's going to be 1st and goal to go from the 6-yard line. So Wade Zenner with a beautiful run down the sidelines. Man, he's making a bid for player of the game with his 3 touchdown passes. And then, of course, that great run right there of 41 yards. And we got, I'm not sure what the delay is here. The offense is over there talking to the coaches. I don't see what the deal is, unless somebody called a timeout. And, yeah, Timberline did. Timberline did call a time. They called a timeout. They're sitting there going, why are they over there? What are they doing? They got 1st and goal to go, and they're calling a timeout. So they did call a timeout. And, we'll take a break here as well, and we'll be back.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that. and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of...
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
All right, we are back. Now I know why they call it a cursor, because you can cursor at it. Yeah, cursor being very sensitive tonight on me. Either that or my fingers are not as nimble as they once were. But anyway, we are back here. 8:13 to go here in the fourth quarter, 35-24, and trying to tack some more on. Taylor Markham has it. He's not going to go anywhere. He's stopped in the backfield. Good job by the defense that time of Skyview. Wesley Littleton getting in there and making the stop. It'll be second and goal from about the 6-yard line. Actually make it to 7. No gain at all. And again, just running that play clock down, taking all the time in the world to run the play. Wade Center just looks over the sideline. And they're kind of telling them, just take it easy, take it easy. This is what we're going to do. Back to pass, looking in the end zone, throwing there, incomplete, out of bounds. So that'll stop the clock with 7:26 to go. And it's going to bring up third and goal from the 7-yard line. Up 35-24. Right now, it looks like Timberline can put this one away with a touchdown here, or at least really make a great statement to that regard. Clock is stopped. 7:26 to go. Zenner comes over, says something to Taylor Markham. Markham goes out. He's a wide receiver split to the left side. Kellen Brown, the running back, is to the right of Zenner. Zenner back to pass, looking to his left, runs up the middle on a quarterback draw, gets it to just shy of the 5-yard line, so a 2-yard gain. It's fourth and goal from the 5. The 11-point margin in this ball game, 35-24. And they got to go for a field goal. So it looks like they are. It looks like they're going to send Colton Ansom out. So Anson will be out. They'll mark it at the 12-yard line. This will be a 22-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark for Anson. There's the snap. The kick is up. And it's right through. So everybody's kicking field goals tonight. 38-24 is our new score. 21-yard field goal for Anson. And that came with 6:41 to go in the ball game. 38-24, 14-point margin. So, you're down 2 possessions. If you're Skyview, you obviously have to get that first TD on the board as quickly as possible. A big difference in this ball game, a pick 6. Garrett Lavin, and then a fumble recovery. Max Cuthbert fumbled the football at midfield, was recovered at the 49-yard line, and one play later, 51-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Bridges. And just like that, within about 20 seconds, this game turned on a dime. So here's the kickoff. Again, little one-hopper, going to go out of bounds. Good job that time by Wesley Littleton to let it go out of bounds at the 20. But if you're Skyview right now, you got to figure out, how you move the football. You've been doing it with Antonio Fafita up the middle. He's been running well. But you don't have that luxury of time now, so you've got to figure out something to do. You can't get away from Antonio Fafita because he's been your bread and butter guy. Back to pass. Cutford throws it. Incomplete. Out at the 40-yard line. Intended there for Mason Cron. Cron couldn't quite get to it, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 35. Again, folks, the winner of this game, if Timberline wins this game tonight, and they're up by 14, if they go on to win, they will play the loser of the Bora Capital game next week. And Skyview, if they lose this game, they will play the winner of that Bora Capital game next week. Hand off to Fafita. Fafita across the 40 out to the 41-yard line. And he gets 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4. But again, he's the bread and butter guy tonight. But you don't have time to just run this clock down. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is not going to cut it with 6 minutes to go. Fafita has it. And he's got a 1st down. He carries tacklers with him and gets it all the way out to the 48-yard line. Wow. He is something else again. Very impressive. Out the 48, 1st down. But at some point, Max Cutforth, the 6'2", 180-pound junior for the Skyview Hawk team, is going to have to find somebody, or they're going to have to hope that Fafita can break one. He's come close to breaking it, but he's not gotten through that second tier. Cutforth rolls to his left. Now rolls to his right. And he's going to have to just throw it away because he is put to the ground. And again, his nemesis is Jamison Kosian. So that'll be 2nd down and 10. And now they throw the flag, intentional grounding. And probably a good call because Cutforth was really under pressure from Kosian. And he threw it away into the flat. There was really nobody there. And so it's going to be a loss of down. It's a spot foul from the spot of the foul. And that's going to bring the ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. So that's like a sack. It basically is like a sack. You just don't get credit for the sack. It's a loss of down, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 28 to go. 2nd down and 28. So now instead of being at the 48-yard line, you're at your own 30-yard line. I mean, you got to go 1.5 miles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the defense playing really good. Low snap, picked up by Cuthbert. Looking, throws down the sideline to Antonio Fafita. Fafita beats the defense. He's at the 35, down to the 30, down to the 25-yard line. That was just a little flare pass to Fafita, and this kid is amazing. He really is. Wow. And that's a 1st down. A big gain all the way to the 27-yard line. Pretty impressive. I'm not sure what he has for rushing tonight. We don't have stats in front of us or available to us. Cutforth back to pass, looking downfield. Now he's going to run it, and he's going to slide inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 18, depending on where they say he started his slide. And that's going to be close to another 1st down. And they're going to put it right at the 20. So it's about 4 yards shy, maybe 3 yards. 2nd down and 3. Fafita up the middle, stays there. He's got the 1st down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Antonio Fafita just getting it done all by himself. There's still 4:41 to go here in this ball game. But boy, I tell you what, Skyview has got to finish this drive. They've got to finish it. Timeout, Timberline. We'll call timeout as well. Timeout. We've got 4:38 to go in the ball game. And it's 38-24.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I just took a check to see if we can find some stats on Fafita, and there's nobody out there keeping stats right now, at least close by anyway. So welcome back. Wayne DeZua back with you on a Thursday night. Treasure Valley Game Night presented by Mountain West Bank. We've got 4:38 to go in regulation. 38-24 is our score, Timberline. But right now Skyview has the ball at the 14-yard line of the T-Wolves with the 1st and 10. Make it the 13 is where it is. So 1st and 10 from the 13. Max Cutford has Antonio Fafita to his right. He's got trips to the right as well. Back to pass looking that way. The pass over the middle to Fafita. It was a middle screen, and they read it well, and Fafita's only going to get to the 10-yard line. So a pickup of 3. Fafita a little slow in getting up. I don't know whether just tired, but he's fine. He's not limping or anything, but boy, he has just been a workhorse tonight for this team. Pennington in motion. They throw it out to him. Pennington catches it, but he is going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So great job of recovery by the Timberline defense to get out there and get Pennington, who looked like he was wide open and could get a lot more. And in fact, he's going to lose 2. And so it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Nothing is coming easy, and boy, this Timberline defense has been stepping up. Cutfoot hands off to Fafita. He's going to break it outside, and he's going to be hit at the 10 and brought down. It's 4th down and about 5. He's got to get just inside the 5-yard line, so let's make it 4th down and 6 from the 10. Field goal does you no good now, folks. You need this touchdown. You brought it all the way down here. Clock is running, 3:10 and counting. You've got to get it in the end zone right here. This is a must play. Remember, they got to get it inside the 5-yard line for a first down. Doesn't have to be a touchdown. Cutford, and whistle blows. And let's see, before the play, I think timeout called. So timeout was called by Skyview before the snap. So we'll take a break. We'll let them talk it over, and we'll come back. See what they can do on 4th down and 6.
Wherever you are, D.L. Evans Bank is right there to help. From applying for loans to opening new accounts and signing documents, personalized service is just a video call away. This is Bank Live with D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, it was an easy process. It's readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
All right, 2 teams still talking it over here with 2:57 to go in the ball game regulation. 38-24 our score. 14-point ball game. 4th down and 6 from the 10-yard line. They can get it to the 4 and get a first down. Skyview, though, needs a touchdown. And then they'll have to try an onside kick because their time is running out. But first of all, they got to complete this 4th down and 6 if they want a chance here tonight. Cutford, back to pass, throws it on the flat. It's complete. And down to the 1, and that's a 1st and goal to go. So a great job by Cutforth. He got all kinds of pressure, got it out to Camden Young, who made the catch, but Young is slow getting up. In fact, he is hurt down at the 1-yard line. Or it's going to be 1st and goal to go for Skyview. And it looks like more falling on the ball and losing, your breath than it does a serious injury. Not that that is not serious at this moment, but you will get your breath back. And I believe that's Camden Young. I'll have to wait and see. But caught the ball, and I think fell on the ball, and then, of course, he had 2 or 3 tacklers fall on him, and you just got to get your breath back. Basically, the ball replaces your belly. And that has happened a couple of times to yours truly. And you're sitting there trying to figure out, okay, maybe I should have played soccer. But they're just taking their time with him, making sure that he's okay. So the clock stopped, 2:49 to go. 38-24 is our score. It's going to be first and goal to go from about the 1-yard line. Could make for a great finish, that's for sure. Still working on the injured Skyview player. Again, thank you for joining us here on our IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night on a Thursday, presented by Mountain West Bank, and also brought to you in part by our local Toyota dealers, Project Filter, and Valley-Wide Cooperative. Our booster sponsors tonight include the College of Western Idaho, Overhead Door, BigInsurance.com, Trans Systems. We also have Bob's Bicycles as our webcast sponsor, and D.L. Evans Bank. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking. And they're taking their time with this young man, and now they're helping him up. And it is Camden Young, and the way he's reaching for his belly, that's exactly what it is. A football probably got lodged right underneath his stomach, and as everybody piles on you, the football just kind of replaces your abdomen and takes all the breath out of you, and you just can't catch your breath. And so Camden Young is on the sidelines, and, you know, the good thing is that you will recover from that. You know, so you just didn't want it to be an ankle or a knee or some other kind of an injury. But it's not fun when it's happening. No stretch of the imagination. So Camden Young on the sideline, first and goal to go. You got to believe if Antonio Fafita does not touch this football, I will be shocked. They hand it to Fafita. Fafita pounding in, and Fafita is in for the touchdown from 1 yard out. Antonio Fafita. And folks, we got a ball game. Don't go away. It's now 38-30. This is why you kick an extra point. Or you kick the field goal. That's what they did, before. Tino Galvin coming on to try the extra point to make it a one-possession game. It still is right now, but it'll be a one-possession with a two-point conversion if he doesn't make it. But he does make it. And so just like that, it's 38-31, our score with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Let me mark this down. 2:38. Boy, we got a lot of scoring tonight. 1 yard TD run by Fafita. And now it's 38-21. Or 38-31. All righty. Wow. Interesting game here tonight between these two teams. Kind of knew it would be. They both came in 4-3 overall, 3-1 in their division. Hey, folks, Bob's Bicycles on Fairview and Boise. Have I told you they're family-owned and have been since 1979? I think I have, but let me tell you that their selection of mountain bikes, road bikes, BMX, cruisers, and comfort bikes, second to none, believe me. Whether online at bobs-bicycles.com or on the showroom floor, Bob's Bicycles will have the bike, the accessories, and clothing to fit your needs, and they have in-store financing, 6 months, no interest. Stop in and say hi to Vern. He's at Bob's Bicycles, and they've been serving Idaho for more than 40 years, and they are proud to support Idaho student athletes. Here we go. Will this be an onside kick? You think it has to be, don't you? You really do. It is an onside kick and caught right at midfield. Nice job right there, and a good job to catch it in the air by Caden Jones. So Caden Jones saw that in the air, never took that next hop. Had he not caught it in the air, it would have taken that next hop, and then who knows what would have happened. But Jones came up there, attacked the kick, and did a good job, and Timberline will have it at midfield with 2:35 to go. All right. As they have all night long, the running back is Kellen Brown. Wade Center, the running back, or the quarterback. Markham split to the right. Markham They hand it off to Brown. Brown gets about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The Hawks have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. And if they can make a good play here on 3rd down or on 2nd down and make it 3rd maybe in 5 or something like that, they probably will call a timeout, because I guarantee you Timberline will use the whole play clock. It's down to 2:08. And if you're a Skyview fan right now, you're getting a little antsy. 38-31. Good ball game, back and forth. Turnovers made the difference here midway through the 3rd period. A pick 6 and then a fumble, followed by a 1-play drive. Handoff to Taylor Markham. Markham's going to get it inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line, and timeout's going to be called with 1:42 to go. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. And Skyview calling the timeout here. So it'll be interesting if Skyview can hold them on 3rd down, if Timberline decides to go for it or try to pin them deep. Because they're already on, because of the onside kick, they're already on Skyview's side of the ball. Again, the winner of this game plays the loser of tomorrow night's Bora Capital game. And that game will be played next Thursday night. The loser of this game plays the winner of tomorrow's Bora Capital game. As we start kind of an interesting weekend of football where you kind of have cross-division play. It's like a district tournament on many levels, except the top level where the top 2 teams, the winner of the River Division and the winner of the Foothills Division, will play next week for the championship, the district championship, and that probably is going to be Rocky Mountain and Mountain View playing again. And with Mountain View having the tiebreakers, that game will be played at Mountain View next Friday night. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So here we go. 3rd down and 3. Handoff to Taylor Markham up the middle. He's got the 1st down. Down to the 37-yard line. And that could do it, folks. Because with 1 timeout left, I don't know if Skyview is going to use it. And you know that Timberline will just run this clock down. So a big 1st down. They needed to stop on 3rd, didn't get it. And that clock just continues to tick away. So Skyview, what a valiant effort here tonight at Donald Larson Park. Unless something really, really weird happens. And now you got Taylor Markham, the running back. He's been in the slot all night long. But now, when push comes to shove, they've got him back there. They hand off to Markham. Markham right side. Gets inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. And Skyview uses his last timeout. So they're going to take it. Now they're trying to get the clock to stop. The clock is still running. They got down to 46, but I got to believe they're going to reset that. So I think Skyview used this last timeout right after Markham was tackled. If so, they're out of timeouts. That has not been indicated by the scoreboard or the officials or anybody, but it looks like that's the case. Because I know Timberline's not going to stop it, and there should be more than 46 seconds on the clock, like 51 or 52. So I think they're putting a few more seconds back on the clock. Well, they put 5 minutes and 70 seconds on. That's cool. No, they put 57 seconds on. They just had it in the wrong spot. So we got 57 seconds left in the ball game. Yeah, they put the 5. Yeah, they put the 5 over the 0 is, and then you got the little hash marks, you know, and it's 7-0. So you had like 5 minutes and 70 seconds. That was cool. Now they got it right. 57 seconds left to go, and it's the victory formation now with no timeouts left for Skyview, and they cannot stop the clock. And they got one more snap, and this thing will be over. So Wade Center in the middle of that pack of black jerseys right there. 38-31 is going to be our final tonight. One more snap. That should do it. 27 seconds to go. 38-31. Timberline going to improve to 5-3. 2-3 in divisional play. Skyview goes to 4-4 and 1-4. And as I said, so now we'll have to take a look at the Capital game tomorrow night. Capital and Bora, as Timberline will play the loser of that game, Skyview the winner. I'll talk more about that when we come back. Final score, 38-31 here tonight at Donald Larson Park. Timberline wins it over.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
Once again, back here at Donald Larson Park, Wayne Dizu back with you. Final time tonight, our final score, 38-31, Timberline over Skyview. And, of course, Timberline now will play the winner of tomorrow night's, play the loser of tomorrow night's Capital Bora game next week in a divisional playoff game type thing. And Skyview will play the winner of tomorrow's Capital Bora game next week. But interesting, Skyview tried to come back. Couldn't quite do it, and it was tied at 14-14 at halftime. It was a good game, and then things got crazy with 7:46 to go in the third. Max Cutforth to Camden Young for a 33-yard scoring strike, and for the first time all night long, Skyview led at 21-14. Then at 6:48, a 66-yard scoring strike from Wade Center to Anthony Bridges, tied it up at 21-21. 20 seconds later, Garrett Lavin, a pick six of Cutforth, took it back 25 yards for a touchdown, made it 28-21 Timberline. And then just a couple of minutes later, after a fumble, Cutforth fumbled the football at midfield, and Timberline got the ball at their own 49-yard line, and it was Wade Center throwing a 51-yard scoring strike to Taylor Markham. And just like that, things were getting out of control, 35-21 at that point. Then a field goal by Glavin, a 41-yard field goal by Galvin, made it 35-24 Timberline. Nice, really, field goal there by Skyview. And then another field goal, this one by Ansom from Timberline, made it 38-24. And then, Fafita with the touchdown run of 1 yard to finish off the scoring, 38-31. Was our final score here today. And as far as our player of the game goes, I went back and forth. A lot of guys you could come up with, but I'm going to go with Anthony Bridges. He had 3 touchdown receptions tonight, had a lot of key plays underneath the coverage. I mean, Taylor Markham did a good job. He was out there. He had a big 51-yard touchdown pass. Obviously, 4 touchdown passes tonight for Wade Center, the quarterback. But, I got to go with Anthony Bridges. He was a big target tonight. He got things going with that 28-yard touchdown reception on 4th and 15. And then, of course, he had another 35-yard touchdown reception, then a 66-yard touchdown scoring strike. So he had well over 100 yards in receiving tonight and 3 touchdowns for, his credit. So you got to love that. Pretty night for Anthony Bridges, indeed. Our player of the game here tonight. So that's going to do it. Final score 38-31. Timberline wins it. This has been an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley, Idaho Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Our major sponsors that make coverage on IdahoSports.com possible include your local Toyota dealer, Toyota, Let's Go Places, Valley-Wide Co-op and Country Stores, and Project Filter, Stop Smoking, Start Living. Of course, we've got our power boosters to talk about, the College of Western Idaho. Thank you, guys. Overhead Door, BigInsurance.com, Trans Systems, our webcast sponsor, Bob's Bicycles of Boise, and D.L. Evans Bank. D.L. Evans Bank, this is community banking, folks. Without you guys, we could not do it. Congratulations again to Anthony Bridges, our IdahoSports.com player of the game, and our best thanks to Tal Gropp, the activities director here at Timberline High School, for all his hospitality. As always, Tal, thank you so much. We really appreciate you putting us up here in the press box. Thanks for joining us tonight. Again, Timberline wins it by a score of 38-31 over Skyview. I'm Wayne DeZubak for everybody behind the scenes right here at IdahoSports.com. So long till tomorrow night. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have Capital and Bora, 7 o'clock right here on IdahoSports.com from Donald Larson Park. Good night, everybody.